with colostrum. Because he was in intensive care and they were like, oh, you have to express it. Oh my god.
The pain.
Trying to squeeze like one drop out and the nurse was like, oh yeah, keep going. And I got like a mil and I was like, yes! And she was like, oh, that's not that much. That's amazing. But yeah, when my milk came in, I was like, oh, there we go.
Didn't they give you any tips or didn't they do hand-on? I know it's not allowed here to do hands-on, but didn't they help you?
Yeah, they were helping. They were helping me express.
In the lactation class that I did at Nambour Hospital, you know, oh, it's so lovely, and you just do this, and you just go 45-degree angle, they just pop straight on, and it's just so lovely, and you're not going to have any problems, and it's going to be the best thing ever.
And formula is the devil.
Yeah, and I'm like, honestly, it was the hardest thing that I've had to do was breastfeed.
Yeah.
Like my milk didn't come down really. I was on Metilium. I had the lactation consultants at home because I went home after 3 days in hospital, 2 days in hospital really. Yep, you're fine, off you go. It's like, she's not feeding properly, she wouldn't attach, I'd get her attached and she wasn't getting anything. Yep, you need Motilium, go to the doctor, get this script and start doing this, start expressing. It's a drug to help your milk come down. And everyone says, you know, when you get your milk in, you'll know about it because your boobs just go rock hard and nah, got nothing. And it was just like this little trickle. So it's just like drip, 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 and yeah, express, and a bit like you, I was like stoked when I got like 10 mils. Because before then I was like literally with the syringe at the nipple going, scooping it up at it. I'm like, oh, you know, getting 4 and 5 mil and got to 10 mil, I was like, yes!
Really?
Yeah.
You're a bit sad, huh?
Yeah.
There's the saying, no use crying over spilled milk. Oh my god, if you spill milk.
You've got that tiny precious 10 mil.
Oh my god, it was worth more than gold. I remember spilling some and crying about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I worked so hard for that.
And you will drink this kid screaming and screaming and screaming.
And then
that
they
was the problem.
spew it
She
up.
wouldn't latch because she was big and she was hungry. And she would not latch while she was screaming.
Yeah.
After it was day 4, I was hysterical. I actually called David and my sister and said, you've got to come to the hospital at 11 o'clock at night because I was beside myself. Have you got something to say? You got an opinion?
Did anyone find it easy?
Yeah, I found it very easy. People told me that after you do the C-section it's very hard that the milk is coming in, but it was just came in, my boobs were hard as stone, and then suddenly it just came and so I had no problems at all. Yeah, I felt when I was stressed that my milk was getting low, but no, I haven't had any problems with latching on or anything. It was good.
I think that something that I really didn't expect was I leaked from like 20 weeks. So I was like, breastfeeding's gonna be easy. And then of course it wasn't, as we all know. But like I had extreme pain the whole time. So she breastfeeds in the morning and it's fine now, but I reckon for about 2 months, just excruciating pain. So I had heaps of milk, like I could express, 150, 200 mils easily. And that was so frustrating. It was like it's there, but it hurts too much. And she had a perfect latch, and they just kind of went, shrugged their shoulders, like, oh well, good luck with that.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, so it's like, oh. And then you're right, the formula's the devil. God, I cried so much at 3 weeks when we gave her our first formula feed.
We did too, 3 weeks.
And I cried and cried, and Tim just said to me, look, what do you want? And I said, I just want her to be happy. And he said, how do you think she'll be happy? And I was like, if she feeds. And he said, it's your decision, but this is an option. So
all my family were really supportive of the formula. The treatment at the hospital, it nearly destroyed me.
Yeah.
The first night I actually called Dave and my sister to come in. Yes, we're listening to you. She hadn't had anything basically other than a tiny little bit of colostrum for 4 days, and she was screaming, she was hungry, I was crying. And the nurse finally said I can have 30 mil, and she comes in with the 30 mil in one hand and the consent form in the other. This is 10:30 at night. And had I been a stronger person at the time, and I wasn't, I was a mess, I would have given her a piece of my mind. But you're so vulnerable and you're there by yourself, you've got this baby you don't know what to do with it, screaming and hungry, and you have to sign a form to feed it. I was horrified. Looking back now, I'm more horrified, but at the time I was just, I'll do whatever it takes. I need to feed this baby. And it was terrible.
There was litigation, was it?
They've got, the hospital's now trying to get this baby-friendly accreditation, which is United Nations World Health Initiative. And it is that they will not supply formula unless it's medically required, which is a very loose definition of what's medically required. And they're really, I think the nurses themselves are under a lot of pressure not to be the person who, you know, is the weak link in that chain of the accreditation. And breast is best. You know, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And formula, I got told, was going to ruin her stomach lining. I got told that by one of them. When she had some wind, well, breastfed babies don't get wind,
Yes.
so you know.
Oh, what a crock of shit! Sorry, my legs there.
And breastfed babies don't have wind if they latch correctly.
Yeah.
You won't have a colicky baby if your latch is correct.
So you're at a point where you're lost and confused and you're pain and tired, and suddenly you're ruining your baby's gut. They're going to be stupid, so it's going to affect their IQ.
And you're not going to be able to bond with them.
You're not going to be able to bond with them. And so, yeah, it was great.